Hey, if you're thinking about starting a freight dispatch business or you're already in the game but you're not seeing any motion in your business, then this video is for you. I'm going to be talking about the top 5 reasons freight dispatching companies fail and how you can avoid them so you can start signing up drivers and stacking cash immediately. But before we get into those top 5 reasons, I'm going to be hosting a completely free webinar Thursday, May 15th. It's going to be about the freight dispatcher revenue formula, how to go from $0 to $20,000 months. This is for people brand new to the industry and other freight dispatchers who have not been able to scale their business to $20,000 per month. Make sure you click the link below. It's Thursday, May 15th, and it's completely free. I hope to see you there. So when you first start your business, you want to be thinking about how can you implement a system to always increase your revenue every month. I believe that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to have an increasing amount of money. The top priority for you as a freight dispatch business owner is to implement a system into your business that's always able to bring you more money, to increase your revenue. Your business is a system to generate you an increasing amount of money. So we need to make sure we put a lot of emphasis on that, the beginning of our business and the entire way through. I think some people can get lost idea once they start a business, but you need to remember that's the whole reason you started a business, to get an increasing amount of money. And as a freight dispatch business owner, how you're going to get an increasing amount of money is by having an increasing amount of drivers sign up. And if you want individualized help on implementing a system in your freight dispatch business that continues to increase your revenue, make sure you click the link below. Sign up for my freight dispatcher bootcamp, where there has been many successful students.
So that implementation program is very important. You got to stand firm on it and believe and come off as you know it works. You believe in your plan and how it's going to work, because you don't know what they don't know.
And many of them are still in the boot camp. So as soon as you join, you're going to have access to not only myself, but the other successful members that have been in the boot camp too. So the proof or the truth is right there in the boot camp. Their proven story is in the boot camp. So if you're looking to enroll, make sure you hit that link below. But other than that, let's get into the top 5 reasons most freight dispatching companies fail, and I'm also going to give you the solutions so you can avoid failure. So we're going to get straight into this with reason number 1. So reason number 1 is no driver recruitment system. Relying on load boards alone equals business failure. So many new freight dispatchers only think about load boards when they come into freight dispatching, but you need a reliable driver recruitment system because your revenue comes from drivers. No drivers, no revenue. You need a driver pipeline system. So you need a system to always attract, engage, and sign up new drivers into your freight dispatching business. So focus on signing up drivers weekly would be the solution. Have a weekly objective. Have a goal to sign up 3 to 5 drivers weekly when you first start your freight dispatch company, and everything you do should be about signing up those drivers. So not just focus on moving freight, but you need trucks signed up for your company to move that freight. So reason number 2 is no unique value proposition, or UVP. Saying I'll find your loads isn't enough. It's too generic. It sounds just like the majority of the people in the market. And by you saying I'll find you loads, owner operators can tell you don't have anything else to say, so they can tell you really haven't done any dispatching. It sounds too generic. If you have had experience dispatching before, you would have more solutions to give your owner operators. So I wouldn't say I'll find you loads. It's way too generic. Drivers hear that 100 times a day. They've heard it for weeks and years, right? So you don't want to say that. You need to say more than that. You need to have brand messaging. You need a clear reason why they should work for you. That ties into brand messaging. Your UVP should solve a real driver problem. So you should look up the pain points of potential drivers like inconsistent revenue, load availability, high deadhead mileage. And then you want to talk about the solutions, and your unique value proposition should tie into solutions that owner operators need implemented into their trucking business. So that was reason number 2, no unique value proposition. Reason number 3, not treating it like a business. No structure equals no growth. You need a structured sales system. You need structured activities, or DRAs, daily repeatable actions. So actions that you're repeating every day to grow your business. So, and that's structure within your business. So no KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. They are numbers that you are attaching to key activities within your business. So this could be like you want to sign up 5 drivers per week, or you want to get on 10 sales calls per week. Those are KPIs. So you need a weekly plan when you have a KPI set, and you need to be able to track that plan each and every week to make sure you're executing on tasks. So use Trello. You can go to Trello.com. I'll put the link also below this video, but you can make up a Trello account for free. So really what you need is you need a project management tool like Trello. You have to realize launching your freight dispatch business is launching a project. You're working on a project. So you need a project management tool to make sure you stay on task. Track driver leads. So you need to track all the leads, all the potential customers coming into your business, and you want to make sure you're increasing leads every week and every month, because increased leads are going to lead to increased people interested, because the more leads you have coming in is the more interest you have on your brand. And then from there, some of those leads aren't going to be ready to convert when they first reach out to you. So you need to make sure you're doing follow-ups. A lot of freight dispatchers forget about doing follow-ups, but just because they weren't ready to sign up the first time doesn't mean they're not going to be ready the second, third, or even fourth time, right? And those will lead to sales calls, right? So the more leads you have coming in is the increased amount of sales calls you have, and the increased amount of sales calls you have are going to lead to more wins, because you're going to have more drivers signing up for your company. So that was reason number 3, not treating it like a business. Reason number 4 is inconsistent marketing and sales. No one's coming unless you show up consistently. So unless you show up consistently to your business, drivers aren't going to show up consistently. Sales aren't going to show up consistently. Revenue isn't going to show up consistently, or growth isn't going to show up consistently. So it's about you showing up as the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of your business. How I like to put it, you have to be a CEO and not a freelancer. A lot of people come into freight dispatching wanting to be a freelancer, wanting to put in half-ass work towards their business, but that will not work. You have to be consistent. Stop ghosting your own business. A lot of people do that. Put in a little work, don't get any results, so they completely ghost their business. Take off for a few days or a few weeks, and then try to do a little while longer. That's why they don't make it. That's why you need to be using Trello, a project management app. So you need to have weekly content plus weekly calls plus ads, right? And doing all these things, you're going to build momentum to your business. And even when it comes to running ads, if you're interested in that, I teach you all that in the Freight Dispatcher Bootcamp, and I even teach you how to analyze the data on those ads. So you'll know how to run ads for any business that you ever start after taking the bootcamp. Marketing is your number 1 revenue activity. That's why it's so important for you as the CEO of the business, because marketing is what generates revenue into your business. Without marketing, there won't be any dispatching in your business. Because first you have the marketing department, then the sales department, then the customer support department, and then the operations or dispatching department at the bottom of your pipeline. So if you want to dispatch more trucks, you need to focus your attention on marketing your business more. That was reason number 4, inconsistent marketing and sales. Reason number 5, trying to do it all alone. Most quit because they lack guidance. You need step-by-step guidance so you won't have to play any guessing games. You need a community, mentorship, and accountability, which can all be found in my bootcamp program. Success is faster when you follow a proven system. Why would you want to search the internet for information? It's a lot of information on the internet, which is good, but it's also a bad thing because there's so much information. Many people don't know what to implement first, and they don't have a step-by-step plan or blueprint to follow. I like to think about it as building a building or building a skyscraper. You're going to build a building, you're going to have a blueprint. You're going to be following a step-by-step directions when you're building that building. The same with building a business or a freight dispatch business. You need a step-by-step blueprint to build it, right? Or unless you're going to start trying to build that foundation and you're going to be guessing, then the foundation is going to be very, very weak because some of the ideas that you put into the foundation aren't the right ideas to make your business successful. That's why so many people fail. So that's why it's important to have a mentorship and a step-by-step proven plan. So dispatchers, I hope you enjoyed the top 5 reasons most freight dispatching companies fail. And I hope you take me up on those solutions because these 5 reasons cause so many dispatching companies to fail. And then you can avoid them by following my step-by-step direction. If you're looking to work with me one-on-one and with the other members of the bootcamp community, make sure you click the link below, and I hope to see you on the other side.